Hello, today I'm going to make caramel pecan French toast baked with apples. Now I saw this recipe and I thought, oh, that sounds so good, but you know what? Apples would be so good with it. This is something you prepare the night before, put in the refrigerator, take it out and bake it the next morning. So before we get started, I want to give a big hello to one of my subscribers, Ahmed. Hello. He was my 6th subscriber. And he has watched my videos, all of them, even the ones from 10 years ago, before I took the long break. So, hello Ahmed, and thank you for your continuing support. All right, let's get started on Darlene's table. All right, we're going to start by making the caramel sauce that's going to go in the bottom of the pan, under the French bread. We're going to start with half a cup of butter, a cup of packed light brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of, some people call it light Karo and some people call it white Karo, but it is clear. So just 2 tablespoons. Now I'm going to cook this, bring it to a boil, reduce the heat, and cook it for 3 to 4 minutes until thickened. At that point, I'll immediately put it into the pan because this will get really thick. And if you let it get cold, you're going to have to melt it again, and that's going to make it thicker. So I have a well-buttered 13x9 pan that this will go into. So here we go. I was using the wooden paddle to spread the caramel around, but the rubber spatula worked so much better. You'll see that I switched to that in just a moment. You want to try and spread it around evenly underneath the French bread. On top of this, we're going to put half a cup of pecans. And now the French bread. I made my slices, they were somewhere between 3/4 inch and 1 inch, 8 slices. All right, that all fits nicely. All right, now I've got 1.5 cups of milk. I'm going to put in my vanilla, a teaspoon of vanilla, 6 large eggs, and my spice mixture of cinnamon and nutmeg and salt. Mix this real well, and it's going to go over the top of the bread. I will cover this up and put it in the refrigerator overnight. We still have another step to do. I decided to put apples on this, so we'll do that next. Now I will prepare the apples. So I did 2 Granny Smith apples and I chopped them, 4 tablespoons of butter. I did 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. I did 2 tablespoons of sugar mixed with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. See, there we go. And 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now I kept stirring this until the apples softened up just a little bit. I don't want them mushy. This was an addition to the recipe that I made, and it was so good on top. And after this is done, after they softened up, we're going to put it in a container and put it in the refrigerator. And in the morning, after the French bread is baked, I'll warm it slightly in the microwave. Okay, so now we're the next morning. I've sprinkled half a cup of pecans on top, and it's going in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. Now I'll make the second caramel sauce, which is 1/4 cup of butter. That's half a stick. All right, so half a cup of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of the light Karo. Bring it to a boil, reduce the heat, and just cook it for 1 to 2 minutes. Not as long as the first sauce we made that went under the bread. And I decided to add 4 ounces of prepared caramel sauce to this when it was complete. It gave me extra sauce for one, and I think it made the sauce a little more velvety. So I used Ghirardelli premium caramel sauce. I have turned the heat off. and I put about 4 ounces. I'm putting the caramel sauce in a little cream pitcher to go on the table. These are the apples that I prepared yesterday. They've been in the refrigerator overnight. I'm just going to heat them up for about 40 seconds. Give them a good stir. Oh, this looks so good. Hot and bubbly, crispy on the outside, and so light and fluffy on the inside. It was a real hit, and I served it with the $1 Million Bacon. Everyone liked it. Caramel pecan French toast bake with apples. That is a mouthful of goodness. French bread soaked in milk, butter, cinnamon, and eggs, laying on a bed of caramel, and then baked. And the coup-de-gras, apples sautéed in butter, brown and white sugar layered on top. Eyes will roll when they take a bite of this one. This is French toast on another level. So give it a try, please. And if you do, please let me know what you think and leave me a comment below. I know I'm a small channel, but I have some faithful followers like Ahmed. I just want each and every one of you to know how much I appreciate you. So I'll keep cooking, my husband will keep videoing, as long as you guys keep watching. Thank you, and come back to see me on Darlene's Table.